Welcome. I am Cipher. You found Unplugged Witness. You're here because you feel it, don't you? That persistent nudge, that quiet whisper in your mind when you're sitting in a meeting, listening to a talk, or reading. A sense that something isn't quite aligning with what the Bible actually says. A feeling that the picture isn't complete. This space, Unplugged Witness, is created with deep sincerity, especially for us, for Jehovah's Witnesses. My intention is not to attack our people, our brothers and sisters. Far from it. This is a heartfelt request, an invitation to help us engage our God-given capacity for critical thinking, to dare to look beyond the surface of what we've been presented. Many of us are familiar with the film, The Matrix. And it's more than just a story. It's a profound metaphor for what it can feel like to awaken to a reality previously hidden. In that film, humanity is unknowingly plugged into a sophisticated simulation. Their minds live a constructed reality. And as Jehovah's Witnesses, for many of us, the parallels can be striking. The world we've been taught to see as the truth, our beautiful spiritual paradise, is cherished. Yet for some of us, that insistent feeling grows. A suspicion that the architect of this spiritual framework, the governing body, may be providing a carefully curated version of reality. Think of the architect in the movie. One individual whose designs shape everything. For us, the governing body, as the collective architect of this system, crafts the doctrines, the new light, effectively writing and rewriting the code that governs our spiritual lives. Its publications are the regular software updates presented as direct guidance from Jehovah. Imagine you're using a complex software program every day. You trust it. But what if you found out that the programmer occasionally changes core functions, claiming it was always meant to be that way, or that earlier versions you relied on were never quite right, even though they were presented as perfect at the time? That's the kind of dissonance some of us begin to experience. And within this system, there are agents. In the matrix, they maintain order, suppress anomalies. For us, our dear elders often fill this role with sincere hearts, believing they are protecting the flock. But when one of us begins to genuinely question the code, perhaps asking why a specific doctrine seems to contradict a clear Bible principle, or why the organization's history on a certain prophetic interpretation has shifted so dramatically, the response can feel less like open inquiry and more like system maintenance. It might be gentle at first, loving counsel, but persistent, deep questioning, the kind that seeks to truly unplug and examine the source code itself, can be met with measures to bring the anomaly back in line, or to isolate it. My role here as Cipher isn't to give you a new set of rules, a different system to plug into. That would just be trading one matrix for another. No, a Cipher A key is for decoding. My purpose is to walk alongside us, to explore these complex teachings together, to hold them up to the brilliant, unchanging light of Scripture, our ultimate source code, to examine the history, the logic, the real-world impact of these doctrines. I've found the red pill, and it's a path of often challenging but ultimately liberating discovery. I believe many of us are standing at that same threshold, longing for that same clarity. Think of it like this. You've been given a beautiful, intricate map your whole life, the organization's teachings. But one day, you find an older, simpler, more direct map, the Bible itself. And you start to see that the intricate map has some pathways rerouted, some destinations renamed, some important landmarks completely omitted. My hope is to help us compare these maps without fear. I want to be very clear. This journey is undertaken with a deep love for people, for us who are Jehovah's Witnesses, for individuals who are sincere and dedicated. Many of us are trapped, as I once was, in a system that, despite its outward appearances of love and truth, can unintentionally, or sometimes intentionally, obscure the profound freedom and the direct relationship with God that the Scriptures promise. My desire is to help us see, to encourage that courageous step of independent critical thought, that true faith, the kind the Bible champions, is not afraid of. If what I've said resonates deep within you, if you're ready to start your own journey of awakening, of questioning, and discovering what lies beyond the familiar code, then I invite you to subscribe to Unplugged Witness and click the notification bell. Now that we've begun to see the shape of the matrix US witnesses navigate, how do we actually start to test its boundaries? What tools does the system itself claim to offer for verification? And are those tools truly unrestricted? In our very first topical exploration on Unplugged Witness, we'll dive into a core principle, the Berean standard. We're told to be like the noble-minded Bereans, examining everything against Scripture. But does that apply when we examine the very code given to us by the architect? Is it a genuine pathway to independent truth? Or are there hidden parameters, firewalls designed to keep us within the system's approved reality? Join me next time for the Berean Code, Full Access or System Lock. It's an essential first step in our journey of discernment. Always keep in mind John chapter 8, verse 32. The truth will set you free. Until next time, awaken, question, and discover. Goodbye.